Welcome everyone to my daily vlog. Happy Tuesday. It's not too bad out here. It's a little overcast, but it's kind of wanting to break up a little bit. I hope everybody's doing well today. I'm heading to work as usual, and sitting here at a stoplight waiting for this car to turn left. Well, actually the first two cars are turning left, so there's no green arrow at this light, so you gotta wait for oncoming traffic to clear before they can proceed. This intersection here that I just drove up to, it's a really big intersection, but everything is marked pretty well as far as, signs, lights, turning lanes, everything else. But there's been a lot of bad wrecks at this intersection that I've seen, man, over the past 6 months. It's been pretty bad here. And broad daylight too. That's just what kind of confuses me. I don't know. Just hope nobody got hurt. There is a place up here on the right that is now closed. You can see the sign right there, and it was awesome. Yes, Ryan's Steakhouse, and this was the last one in this neck of the woods, this area here, and this one did really well, and for some reason it didn't make it. I don't know why. And it says that, sorry, this business is no longer open. Please join us at our Greenville and Anderson locations. And you can tell it hasn't been closed long. I mean, it still looks clean. They still got the signs up in the window. It's the parking lot's still in good shape. Everything. Just didn't make it. My wife and I used to come here every so often and get something to eat, and they always had an excellent buffet. We didn't come here all the time, but every once in a while, if we was on this side of the town, we would come to Ryan's. It was always good, man. Always fantastic. It's a shame it shut down. Out with the old, in with the new, I guess. It probably won't be long till this place is vandalized, windows broken and all that stuff. Sad. So long, Ryan's. It was good while it lasted. Kind of weird, when I was filming, this white car just pulled up, kind of out of the way, right over in this area right here where the camera is shooting, and they just stopped and watching what I was doing, I guess. Crazy. Speaking of things that, well, it's still here, but this bank right here, I used to be with that bank years ago, right there. Not no more. No. Nope. It was more trouble than it was worth. Not for me. Seemed like every time I turned around, I had an overdraft fee with that place. This was years ago, and this is what happened. I mean, this was a long time ago. When they first started having, your debit card, back then they called it like a check card. You could use it, pay for your items, whatever. And they claimed back then that bank did anyway. When you used it, it came out of your account right then and there. That's what was supposed to happen. So I would use it. I'd go to the grocery store or whatever, and I'd use it. And I mean, most of it was my fault. I was young and dumb. I wasn't keeping up on top of stuff. But I would use it, and about 3 days later, I would check my balance at the bank, and I had X amount of dollars, and I was like, oh man, cool, that stuff's done came out. Wrong. It came out, stuff was coming out like 4 or 5 days later instead of right when you use the card. And man, I got a letter in the mail one day, and I had a overdraft fees of like $180. Oh man, and back then, which I still have direct deposit now, but when I was with that bank, my check went in, man, I had all these overdraft fees and stuff, and money come out for bills. I didn't have no money. Actually, I was, I had a negative balance, and man, I went up to that bank because they had one of those, they had one of those BB&Ts in the town I used to live in. And that's why I joined that bank, because it was right there in town. I didn't have to drive but maybe, a mile, And so I went in there and saw the branch manager. It was this lady. She was real nice, but she kind of was, I don't know. She was kind of giving me that, like a lecture, like I'm some kid or something, which I guess I was back then. I was in my early 20s. And she said, well, it all depends on how the vendor processes the stuff. And I said, y'all said that when, you told me when I use it, it comes out. It's supposed to come out right then and there. And stuff's not coming out for 3, 4, 5 days. Anyway, so but she gave me most of those overdraft charges. She gave me most of them back. Not all of them. She gave me most of them back. I was still in the negative. She didn't have to give me none of them back. But so after that happened, it wasn't long after that I left that bank. I left, and I'm at the bank where I am now. I've never had any trouble. Never had any trouble, man. Ain't that something? So, was it all my fault? Or was BB&T to blame as well? You decide. Leave me some comments if you've had trouble like that at a bank. I was glad to get away from there, boy. God almighty. Nothing but a headache. It was like working for free. Speaking of restaurants again, back on that topic just for a second. I'm sitting here at this light waiting, so now it turned green. I'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding. So there's a few good restaurants to stop and eat if you want to sit down and eat. You know what I mean? On the way to work, it depends on what time it is and what. Usually I'll do that like on a Thursday. Sometimes I might leave the house a few minutes early and go inside and sit down and eat instead of going through a drive-through, which I usually do about 90% of the time. Anyway, there's a restaurant back there that I passed. Maybe I'll do that really soon with a vlog. I'll do something about that restaurant. The food is good. The service is good. But there's just one thing that just puts a sour taste in my mouth. And I've probably been to that restaurant. I mean, it's been there for years. It's got like burgers, sandwiches, hamburger steak plates, stuff like that. It's called Pete's. That's what it's called. And it's got good food and all. They got like club plates and stuff like that. And it's been there for years. But like I said, there's one thing that I've been there probably, I don't know, within the past, maybe year, 8 months to a year. I've probably been to that establishment maybe 6 times. And never had a problem except one thing, and I always notice this happens. When I go to check out, pay my bill, there's this girl that checks you out. She's probably in her early 20s, young girl. And like I said before, I'm an outspoken person. I believe in, hey, how you doing kind of deal. So I walk up, put my check up on the counter, and I said, how you doing? She didn't say nothing, man. She just had this, she really wasn't even looking at me. She was looking at the thing and doing all this on the register. And I just said, fine, thank you. like if she said, fine, how you doing? And I did that. She just kind of looked at me. So I just didn't think much about it. I said, maybe that girl's got something on her mind. Maybe her and her boyfriend are having a fight or something. I don't know. So about a week or two later, I go back. It's the same thing. The same girl. And I was like, she must just work the register or work up front or something. Call in orders or something. I don't know. Third time it happened again, So that was like the last 3 times. The first few times, I think somebody else checked me out. But I remember that girl the past few times. It was just, to me, that's just a deal breaker. is it that hard to say, hey, how was your meal? Hope you have a good day. This girl don't say squat. She don't say nothing. And I'm like, how is this girl working here? You know, that just kind of makes the whole experience kind of sour, in my opinion. What do y'all think? You know, if I'm going to sit down and pay for a meal, I mean, the waitresses and all that, they're all cool. They're all, you know, nice. That girl at the register, at the counter up there, she needs a lesson in attitude adjustment, or she needs to go somewhere else. Messed up. All right, it's time to pick up some lunch. Of course, I'm at a drive-thru. Big surprise, huh? And today, I'm at Arby's. And I got the buffalo chicken sandwich and a medium roast beef. Just 2 sandwiches. That's all. You know, that's good enough for me. But this buffalo chicken, they had it for a while. It's kind of like you know, it's just a breaded piece of chicken patty, and they dip it in like this hot sauce. You know, I like it. And I'm a huge fan of hot wings and stuff like that, you know. Maybe that's why my stomach's always so messed up. I don't know. But I love stuff like that. Uh-oh, here we go. That's correct. Alrighty. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Enjoy. All right. I was about to say, is this girl not going to say nothing either? Some people, boy, I don't know. Lord of mercy. But yeah, the buffalo chicken is good, man. It can be messy, but it's a good sandwich. And then, you know, everybody knows about the roast beef. It's a real good sandwich. So, I guess that's going to do it for me today. Now I got to put everything in. Look at her lettuce hanging out of the box. And put everything in overdrive. And head to work. I got to eat this food. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Hope you have a great day. Be safe. God bless. Until next time, we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.